Hey friends, Dan the B-Man here. It is Tuesday, April, I don't even know what day it is, to be honest with you, 26th, I think. This stupid shutdown thing we got going on with COVID-19 hoax is got the days running together. I don't even know what date it is. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, got a call last night from a guy who was frantic. He came back from a camp or something they went to for a while to his house in Wiggins. And when he walked in, there were bees all over the place inside his house, and a lot of dead ones and a lot of bees on the windows in this one room trying to get out. And part of the ceiling had fallen in, and he could see the bees and the honeycomb in the hive in the ceiling. So he naturally freaked out and called me, and it was a pretty funny conversation. He said, there's 200,000 bees in my house, and there's 200,000 flying outside. And I thought, wow, that's a big damn hive, because a really big healthy hive will only have about 40 or 50,000 bees on it. But anyway, so I'm on my way there now to take care of this man's problem. So we'll shoot some video when we get there and see if we can't wrangle these bees up and rescue them, put them in a box, bring them home, and keep them alive and healthy, hopefully for a good while. So anyway, more to come. Alright guys, I just got here, and man, I tell you what, this guy's got a beautiful place too. One thing I love about doing this is you end up in some very beautiful spots out in the country. I'm out in Wiggins right now, and so here's where the bees are going in, right there. And I already know where they are because they've actually eaten through the ceiling on the inside and come out inside the guy's house. And you can see a lot of the poop and debris and regurgitated honey and stuff that's on his window there. And boy, they made a mess in the house, and it was nasty. He ended up cleaning a lot of it up, but the smell was terrible that they left behind. But anyway, so there they are right there where they come through the ceiling. And they've actually tried to propolis the opening. That's propolis right there on the right, where they tried to seal that opening back up, but they chewed so much of it away that it just fell in. I smoked them just now, and they roared pretty good, so it's a pretty good size hive up in there. He's vacuumed up a large amount of bees in the vacuum out there that got inside and died. So anyway, that's what we have to work with on the presentation. We'll get it opened up, and I'll shoot some video of that once I get it opened up. Okay, so here's what we've got to work with so far. Obviously been there a while, and I don't really know exactly where they go, because this corner right here is actually a corner on the outside as well, so it's not a lot of space in there for them to go back. I don't know if they go down into that space or what, but we're going to start getting them out of here so we can see where they do go, and just see what we've got. They might go into that section right there. Got a little spot right there I can poke open and see. But we're going to start working on these first and then go from there. Alright friends, this one has turned into a nightmare. It's hard to get up in there and get that comb out in really nice clean sections, and I ended up tearing some of it up, and that pissed them off. So they're pretty aggressive right now. Not terribly aggressive, but they're active, let's put it that way. Giving me lots of signals that they're not happy with what's going on. A lot of them are coming out and ending up on the window over there, and a lot of them on the floor. Just really not the way I like to have to do this, but I kind of don't have a choice because I can't really get up in there and cut it out clean yet. I think what I'm going to do is put the suit on just because I'm going to have to reach way up in there. My face is going to be right next to him. And start trying to cut this out, you know, as clean as I can, which I can do with the suit on, because I don't have to worry about getting stung. So I think that's going to be the next step. So yeah, guys, when you see Dan the B-Man with the jacket on, you know things aren't going the way I wanted them to. I'm going to have to reach up in there and start pulling some of this comb out. And don't feel like getting popped in the face. So put the jacket on. Try and get some of this done real quick here and get it where we can go back to the way I like to do it. So I'll let you know how that comes out here shortly. Guys, this is not going to be the greatest video in the world because I've just had a hell of a time trying to get this hive out of here. It was way up in this tight spot and it was way far back. Got all the comb out of it now, and I had those 2 wires right there I had to deal with. Careful not to cut into them. There's still a lot of bees back there if I can get the camera to focus. Can't really get the camera to focus, but you can see a lot of bees in the back. I'm hoping the queen's still back there somewhere. But they were all confined to this one spot right here. And I just don't have much room to work to get up in it, you know. So not a lot of video of me cutting out the actual comb, and not any video of me framing up comb. I've got a few pieces I'll probably frame up back at the house. I'll try and get some video of that. But this was anything but a typical removal. The hive was nice. The bees weren't terribly bad. I had 2 stings to my face a little while ago. I ended up putting the jacket on and got about 7 or 8 to my arms. But really not bad bees. I mean, it was kind of a smash and grab type removal, and I can't blame them for wanting to nail me to the extent that they did. But I've already cleaned this mess up once, and now I've got another mess to clean up. But we're about to get to the end of it here. Back up all these bees here, some on the outside, and I'll have at least 90% of the bees wrangled up and all the comb out. If I can get lucky enough to catch that queen, it'll be an okay removal. But this sure has been a pain in the butt so far. It's going to be my wrap-up video. Got some insulation up in there. I killed it, cleaned it out real good, spray painted it, stuffed it full of insulation. I got the vacuum running out there, drawing in bees that are trying to come in from the field. I'm going to pick up this mess right here and vacuum up in here some, and just kind of get all these live bees out of here for him. He's got a mess to clean up that he's got to worry about. But I got the hive out of there. I never saw the queen. Pretty sure I probably vacuumed her up. There's a big cluster of bees back there in the back, and there was just no way I could run her out where I could catch her, so I just vacuumed them all up. And I'll know once I get them home and get them set up. So anyway, that's a wrap for this one. Another one from Dan the B-Man. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Alright friends, so I'm back at the bee yard, and this is what I've got to deal with here. I've got some comb there with some honey and some brood and a lot of bees on it that I need to frame up and put in the hive. I got the box of bees there that I vacuumed the bees into, and I've got the setup here that I'm going to try to get them to go into. And I've got a bunch of them flying around me, sniffing me. Oh, they're actually sniffing this queen cage I got in my hand. That's what they're sniffing. So anyway, I'm going to kind of treat this like a swarm, but I'm going to give them a couple frames of brood. And I'm going to dump them on this base right here and let them march into that box, hopefully, and see if we can get these guys to make that their new home. And hopefully I'll find a queen in there in the process. And I'll cage her just to get some video of her, but then I'll just let her go and let them set up and see how they do. So we'll set it up and start putting some frames in there with some brood from right there and go from there. They're remarkably calm, considering that their house just got torn to hell and a whole lot of their brethren just got, or sisters just got mutilated and murdered. And I'm hoping this comb will be dry enough that they can clean it up and use it. It's pretty wet right now. It might end up just being a mess. Mainly just trying to give them something to be attracted to, you know. To want to go in and make this hive their new home. A lot of this I'm not even going to use. I'm going to just, it's a really nice piece of brood comb right here. That one's got some nice brood on it. I'll try and salvage. This will be the last one. The rest of it, I'm just going to let them rob the honey out of it. Watch where I'm putting my knees. I don't want to get stung in the knee again. One of the worst days of my life. Years ago, I got stung in the knee and got an infection as we were going to Orlando, Florida on vacation. Boy, I was miserable. Had to go to the emergency room, get some antibiotics. Missed out on about half of my vacation. Pretty nice brood frame there. Hopefully it's dry enough that they'll survive. Alright, so now I'm going to put one more frame in there and make that a full box. So yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. They made me make a run for it. But that's kind of what I was hoping would happen right there. Is they would get attracted to that box. And they're kind of marching in there. I need to find my queen catcher. Thought I had it out here. No, it's in my pocket. She might have marched on in there already. I'm actually kind of happy I don't have as many dead ones as I thought I would. Don't see any snooping around down here sniffing on a dead queen, so that's a good sign. So I'm hoping she's in there somewhere. I'm gonna let these guys just do their thing and orientate to the box. I'm gonna take this honey and set it out away from this area because I don't want a robbing frenzy going on here around the hives. But I'm gonna let them clean this honey up out of these frames or out of these combs that I got here. Got one piece I'm gonna take to the house for me. Right there. It's got some nice honey in it. That's the only thing I'm gonna get out for me.
It works, and I get the best night's sleep I've ever had thanks to them, and it'll help you too. It would help, by the way, build my...
All right, that's it for the video, folks.